Hey guys, welcome to the Roofing Report. This is your weekly update on industry news. My name is Patrick Carr, your host. Let's get right to the news, everybody.
Badger's Corner.
First up is Badger's Corner. You know the guy Steve. He's a smart insurance lawyer with all the hot takes. This week he posted about $39 hail reports. Insurance companies and lawyers use these reports to figure out what is owed after storm damage. But Steve and his meteorologist friend say automated reports are not accurate enough to resolve claims. His friend cited some recent lawsuits that didn't allow wind reports from Benchmark and CoreLogic to be used. The court basically said that they're inaccurate because they were based on algorithms of data that are too far away. Steve and his friend think this could mean the same thing for automated hail reports. They say insurers and lawyers need to get more detailed weather information to resolve claims. Contractors, in reading this article, what I want to know from you is this: where are you getting your reports for date of loss or some kind of weather event? And have you found that the reports are actually holding up in court and proving your point? We want to know from you. Make sure you comment below.
That was dumb.
Let's move on to the dumb stuff. We found a video from Insurance Claim Guy, who is a public adjuster on TikTok. Now, for those of you who watch the show, no stranger to this guy right here. Someone asked, what is his fee? And this was his response.
What percentage do you take? And this is a great question. Now, public adjuster fees are going to vary by state and situation.
Absolutely true. They do vary by state. But here in the state of Florida, we see public adjusters take anywhere from 10 to 30%. So I like what he's saying so far right here.
But let me break it down for you. So first you have to figure out what the value of the claim is. So a public adjuster, a good one, is going to value that loss and negotiate with the insurance company to get you a proper settlement. Once you have that number, then you subtract our fee from that. But that's not where it ends, because now you have to go get a contractor to tell you how much they need to do the work that you want done. They don't automatically just get to take all the insurance claim money. So if you have money left over, well, there wasn't much of a fee at all. If you have to pay some out at the end of the day, then you'll know the effective rate of the public adjuster.
So if you didn't catch that, he didn't actually answer the question. Here are some of the top comments on that video. Thank you for inflating claims and helping raise our rates. Great question, which you still didn't answer. Car salesman method. Talks in circles without being fully transparent. In his defense, it's true, the fee could be different depending on the state or the claim. I alluded to this just a minute ago. But he also said there is no fee if you have insurance money left over after paying a contractor. Folks, that is not true. You're still paying for an adjuster even with insurance, and your premium is most likely going up after the claim. Any public adjusters out there, please share your thoughts on this one with us below. What do you believe is a fair rate to take from a homeowner? And how do you explain that rate to the home or business owner that you're serving? It is day one of the Roofing Process Conference. We got Dimitri right now on stage giving his introduction. A lot of exciting stuff is going on today. We're going to be able to show you around the conference and introduce you to some absolutely amazing people. Stay tuned and let's show you the Roofing Process Conference.
What's up, everybody? Vince Perry, Elite Resolutions, your commercial claims advocate here at Roofing Insights. And I must say, Dimitri, an amazing event.
Hey, how's it going? It's Jay with the Roof Nuts, man, here at the Roof Processing Conference. Super excited to be here.
The reason we chose this place was because we knew the quality of the speakers and the people and the vendors would be top notch.
Loving the experience here at Roofing Process Conference. If you're looking to level up your business, improve your processes, find the right tools and advice, this is the place to be.
This is an amazing conference. There's a lot of great contractors that come here, a lot of great speakers that come here. Some of the keynotes have been some of the best I've ever heard at any sort of conference.
Dimitri handpicks all the vendors, all the speakers.
This conference is made by a roofer for roofers to get educated on how to run a financially stable business going into 2023 into 2024.
Every conversation we've had has been super genuine. The people that come here genuinely want to grow, expand their mindset, and just learn.
Thank you, Dimitri, so much. If you're not here at this conference, you have to be, so come out next year to Roofing Insights, Roofing Process.
It's about learning a little bit more. It's about being around the people that are being about the business, and you got to be here. If you're not here this year, you got to be here next year.
manufacturers, and materials.
Up next is some big news out of California. The state cut solar metering payouts for the second time. Under the new laws, multifamily and commercial buildings will get less money if they sell extra solar energy back to utility companies. This payout will be cut by approximately 80%. California already cut those payments for single-family homes last December. The state says that rate changes mean wealthy property owners will pay their fair share to maintain the power grid. The goal is to keep payments lower for non-solar buildings. But critics are saying this completely de-incentivizes going solar. It could have big consequences for the solar market in California and potentially put people out of business. If homeowners are getting less money for the power that they put into the grid, I don't see how this doesn't negatively affect the market. Right now, this is only happening in California, but what if these laws expand to the rest of the country? My solar sales reps and solar owners, are you worried about this, or will it be business as usual as we move into 2024?
Fines, scams, and jail time.
Moving on to fines, scams, and jail time. A woman in Tennessee is pursuing felony charges against a roofer that she hired.
You hired a contractor to put on a new roof?
Yes, I did.
How long ago?
May 12th, so it's like 6 months ago.
There's no new roof on Lois's home in West Knoxville. She and her late husband bought the home in 1979. The roof was replaced once before. Lois was worried recently about a low part in the middle of the roof that appeared to be sagging. Who did you hire?
Roger Blankenship.
She hired Roger Blankenship to fix a leak in the roof above her kitchen window last November. She found JWB Roofing and Repairs of Jacksboro on Angie's list. Blankenship had a partnership with another roofer at the time. The $2,100 repair to a section of the back roof went smoothly a year ago.
It was done in an afternoon, yes.
No problem at all.
No problem at all.
So she hired Blankenship again in May of this year, this time to replace her entire roof. But he had changed the name of his business to Lucky Star Roofing and Repair Services. The contract for $9,500 was signed by Blankenship on May 12th. Lois paid 2/3 of the cost in advance.
And he said he would start the following week.
He never did.
He never came back that week.
Well, Roger Blankenship called us back after we had left a message. Blankenship assured us he will finish Lois's roof. He intends to get it done, he said, by the second week in December. We asked, why is it going to take another month since he's had her money for 6 months? Blankenship said he's had poor health recently and is still recovering.
Homeowners, warning to you. Anytime a contractor steps up to your doorstep and wants 66% of the money up front, don't do it. What this often means, and my contractors know this, is that they are using the money from your job to pay for the labor or the materials on a previous job. They're robbing Peter to pay Paul. And if you're that homeowner, you could be the one footing the bill for somebody else. Big warning out there. 15 to 30% up front, that's what it should be. Don't fall for 2/3. Up next is another shady contractor out of Georgia. A woman says she gave Tom Bohan $13,000 last year, but nothing has been done to her roof. And she says he won't return her check. This guy has already been called out by local news once for not finishing his work, and he has a pile of complaints, police reports, and lawsuits filed against him.
Another month went by and I said, look, I'm not going to do business for you. You can just return my check. And I'll never forget what he said. Oh, that ain't going to happen. That is and I said, what did you say? And he said, well, you're going to have fees taken out of it. And I said, okay.
Bohan followed up with a breach of contract letter.
So one thing, contractors, if you have not done the work, don't charge the fees. This already jumps out to me right now because he's asking to charge fees for work that he hasn't done. But let's take a look at the rest of the clip.
And he said he was keeping $4,000, not including the countless hours my team and myself wasted.
See, this is exactly what I'm talking about. A contractor like this is not giving any kind of report, any kind of detailed indication of what those hours were used for. He's just saying that time was wasted. We can give better customer service than this as an industry, everybody.
I've got an attorney They sent him a demand letter.
I just called my attorney, Chris McCormick, okay? He's going to take care of it right now.
The attorney didn't return our calls, but Bohan insists he sent Hightower a refund in February, minus those fees. He sent her a copy of the uncashed check and repeated his claim when she called.
Did you ever check to see if it was cleared?
In response to an Atlanta News First investigation, the Better Business Bureau issued an alert about the name change. 21 customers filed complaints with the state attorney general's Consumer Protection Division. 10 customers filed police reports, and several sued and won. A customer got a default judgment in 2020 totaling $98,000, and a roofing supply company got a judgment for $108,000. Coincidentally, that was about the same time Bohan closed Simply Roofing and reopened as Veterans Roofing.
Sometimes when you're rebranding a company, homeowners and contractors, you know that you may have to do a name change. But if you're hiring a contractor that has recently done this, make sure you do your research. In this case, you would have found out this guy's got 21 Better Business Bureau complaints. That should be a warning to any homeowner looking to hire a gentleman like this.
But he insists our facts are wrong.
Please tell me what I lied about.
I'm telling you to stop.
I'm not going to stop recording this.
Yeah, well, that's too bad. You lied because you didn't have the full. You only do what you want to do, and I'm not going to.
No, I want to give you the opportunity to respond.
There is no place in the industry for this. Scamming the elderly, scamming veterans, and then to have the nerve to put veterans in the name of your company. Nah, Tom, you need to step up and you need to do the right thing. Or, and maybe Roofing Insights coming to knock on your door next time. I want to know from the industry though, what can we do to better police ourselves? And what should happen to contractors like Tom who have multiple infractions against them? Jail time? What do you think? Let us know in the comments below. Last in this category is a story out of New Jersey. The family of a roofer who died in 2019 might be getting a $75,000 payout. Gilbert Segura is the owner of Zona Roofing, and he pled guilty to violating OSHA standards after one of his workers died. He admitted to not giving his employees fall protection gear and not training them properly. Zona Roofer has already been cited by OSHA just 6 months before the crew member fell 20 feet onto the concrete and died. The roofer has not been identified, but his family will be getting a payout if the court accepts Segura's plea deal. Segura will be sentenced in March. Tragedies like this are completely avoidable. It's a sad story no matter how you cut it. $75,000 is hardly payment for the loss of a life. But here's what I want to know from you. What fall protection gear are you using on your team? What is working for you? And what can be done to prevent deaths like this in our industry? Tell us below, comment, we want to know from you.
Rules and regulations.
Our final story this week is from Florida. Republican State Senator Corey Simon introduced a bill that would allow 16 and 17-year-olds to work in roofing. Under the existing laws, people under 18 are not allowed to work in certain jobs that are considered dangerous for minors. That includes meatpacking, mining, demolition work, and working on any scaffolding, roofs, or ladders more than 6 feet off the ground. Critics say this new bill is a way to make up for labor shortages caused by Governor Ron DeSantis' immigration law. It also comes as child labor violations have increased across the country. Florida businesses have been fined over $100,000 for child labor violations in 2023. If the bill passes, 16 and 17-year-olds would be allowed to work on scaffolding and on roofs. They would also have to go through a 10-hour OSHA training course. I'd like to give you a little context into this bill. Back in May, Governor Ron DeSantis signed into bill Senate Bill 1718, which penalized contractors for hiring individuals without going through E-Verify. Critics of the bill said it made it harder to hire roofing crews. Others say it should have been done from the beginning. As we said, this kind of stuff may be being introduced to make up for that labor shortage from that Bill 1718. I want to know what you think. Is this a step in the right direction, 16 and 17-year-olds on top of roofs, or is this completely unnecessary in the state of Florida? That's it for this week. Make sure you tune in each and every Sunday for the Roofing Report. And as always, like and subscribe. Be sure to comment as well. Let us know what you like, what you don't like, so we know what to bring you each and every week. We'll see you next Sunday.